And Scott Hudson. We are at Max Morris Gymnasium at West Frankfort High School as we start play, Scott, in the 2019 Mid-Winter Classic here at West Frankfort High School.
Yeah, normally the Carterville Lions will be playing on Monday night, and Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then sometime during Saturday. But because Carterville and Eldorado didn't have scheduled games for tonight, they will kick off the boys' portion of this midwinter tonight. In the last game of the evening, had two girls' games before this game that's going to start here in about 10 minutes. So it's Carterville and Eldorado tonight from Max Morris Gymnasium.
Yeah, this is the first game, and Carterville has a really nice schedule, actually, for next week. They're not going to play again until Wednesday night in the second game of pool play. In the Pool A, which is Carterville's pool that they're in, it includes Christopher, Eldorado, West Frankfort. So Wednesday night, 8:30, Carterville will take on the host Redbirds, and then Friday, Carterville takes on Christopher, and then however you place after pool play depends on what time you play on Saturday. But this is one of our favorite, I know it's one of mine, to come and play. I love our view. I love this gym, this old school feel to it, and it's just a good tournament.
Yeah, it's a good vantage point. I mean, you can see down on the play, you can see things develop. It's a lot different than if you're down on the floor, which I know this may sound crazy, but I do not prefer to sit on the floor. I think you can see things better the higher up you are. But Carterville's in a pretty good bracket, I think. On the other bracket, you've got Carroll, AJ, Heron, and Marion. And, of course, Carterville's lost twice this year to West Frankfort, the team they'll play Wednesday night. But I think Carterville has a chance to win a few games in this tournament if they keep playing like they've played over the last 5 or 6 games. They've been in a lot of those games. They've won a lot of close games. And they're going to play an Eldorado team that is short a couple of players tonight. And all because of an accident that happened in Eldorado last Saturday evening. I talked to the Eldorado broadcasters, and he said, last Saturday afternoon they played in Mount Carmel. Normally they would be playing on Saturday night, but Mount Carmel plays their Saturday games in the afternoon, and the accident happened last Saturday night. So normally they would have been playing. So two of their players that play quite a bit are still not here. They're out of the hospital. They still have their cameraman that is in ICU at Evansville. So our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family as he recovers from that terrible accident. So it'll be interesting to see how this Eldorado team comes out and plays with two of their key players not in the lineup tonight.
This Lions broadcast brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. The Bank of Carbondale. They have an online mortgage center where you can check rates and you can apply for a mortgage anytime. For more information, go to the website, tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and all loans are subject to credit approval. We're going to go on and take our first break here on our pregame show being brought to you by McDonald's. And when we come back, we'll break down this opening game of the Mid-Winter Classic between the Carterville Lions and the Eldorado Eagles. Next on News Radio WJPF. Max Morris Gymnasium on a Saturday night, the first game of the Midwinter Classic for the Carterville Lions. Scott Eldorado comes into this game with a fine record, 13-4 overall. Carterville comes in 8-10 after that tough loss last night to the Pinckneyville Panthers, 69-54. But I do like this matchup, and Eldorado's played some tough teams this season.
Yeah, their 4 losses came to NCOE and the Eldorado Holiday Tournament, which was an upset. They also lost to Gallatin County, Fairfield, and Mount Carmel. So 2 of those teams, Fairfield and Mount Carmel, have really good records. Obviously, we talked to Coach Shane Hawkins after the game last night, and he said that, obviously Eldorado's big. He said they've got a couple of guards that can handle the ball. He said they've got some guys that really can handle the ball. But, they're a big team, physical team, kind of like maybe football players in shorts. They'll play physical, and I think sometimes that bodes well for Carterville, but it seems like the more physical the game is, as long as the officials let them play that way, the better it is for Carterville.
Both teams are actually Eldorado on the floor right now. Carterville's gone back into the locker room to get their final instructions from Coach Shane Hawkins. Carterville last night took one on the chin to the Pinckneyville Panthers, 69-54. But Carterville, I didn't think, played bad last night. It was a reasonably close 5-point game at the half. But, man, I tell you what, Kelton Lindsay just got incredibly hot there, hitting 5 threes, kind of put the dagger in the Lions' heart. But you cannot fault the effort. Carterville shot well. They didn't turn the ball over a crazy number of times like they have early, and that's a key for this team. Early in the season, going into the Eldorado tournament, they were averaging 19 turnovers a game. Since the tournament, they've only been averaging Hey, Siri. Max Morris Gymnasium on a Saturday night. My name is Dave McKenzie, my broadcast partner alongside Scott Hudson, as teams are lining up for their introductions here this evening in the Midwinter Classic.
We always love coming here. It's a great tournament. It's kind of the halfway point of the high school basketball season. After this tournament, everybody gets back into basically strictly conference play. But it's a tournament that, as I said earlier, I think Carterville can do some good things in this tournament, especially the way they've been playing here lately.
In this game tonight, the Carterville Lions will be the visiting teams who they're in their road blues this evening with the orange letters. Eldorado will be the home team. They are purple and white. Their white uniforms with the purple lettering. Here as the starting introductions for your Carterville Lions, it's going to be Tyler Biddle before Coach Shane Hawkins, number 22, the senior. Dylan Moore gets the start. Also Bryce Anderson, the sophomore, number 12. He'll run the point for the Lions. Austin Garby, good game last night in the paint against Pinckneyville. A lot of good work from him. And then, of course, the sophomore, 6'4", Eli Downen. So it will be Anderson, Biddle, Garby, Moore, and Eli Downen. When you look at the Eldorado Eagles, Scott touched on it moments ago. They had a couple of their players that were injured in a tragic car accident last weekend in Eldorado. But you look at their starting 5 this evening. They're a big team, Scott. You hit on that a few minutes ago. They're going to go with a 6'4" sophomore, Aiden Whitlock. He wears number 5, 6'3" senior, Joe Mayberry. Also sophomore 6-footer Bryant Bird. 6'3" junior Ladea Shoemaker. And then they'll also possibly go with Jace Jenkins. We were still a little bit unsure on that number 5.
Yeah, we really weren't for sure because of the 2 kids that were involved in that accident aren't here tonight. And so I talked to the Eldorado broadcasters, and he said they thought it was going to be Jace Jenkins, the 5'10" senior, but and just as I say that, he's the first one introduced.
Outstanding. That made that easy, didn't it?
I like it when people make our life easy.
If you have not heard sports news from today, the Salukis get beat, I think, 65-61 to Valparaiso. NFL action, the Chiefs lead the Colts. That game is in the 4th quarter, about 4 minutes left. Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, baby, 24-13. Looks like they may advance.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to advance. Obviously, the only team to score in the second half is the Colts, 24-7 at half. So Kansas City's defense stepped up today, which they needed to.
In a very big way. The Eagles have been introduced here. We are so glad to have you joining us. If you would like to watch the broadcast on our YouTube live stream, just search Carterville Lions versus Eldorado Eagles. 1-12-19. That'll take you right to it. You can watch and listen to the game. We are so happy that you decided to tune in to Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF. I just got a text a few minutes ago. I said today on Sports Voice, this place, the song, the Ray Stevens song, The Streak, where he talks about made a hook shot, got up through the concession stand, hollered up at Ethel, said, "Don't look at ball." This is where that song was recorded right here, and somebody said, "Hey, I'll see if I can get the PA to play The Streak for you for tonight's game." We're glad to be here with you tonight. Scott Hudson, Dave McKenzie, the teams are ready to go. The officials are ready to go, and the Eldorado Eagles control the tip from the get-go. Bryant Bird over to Aiden Whitlock. He's going to step across the timeline, picked up by Austin Garby defensively. Nice backdoor pass was picked off by Eli Downen, so the first turnover belongs to the Eldorado Eagles. Dylan Moore has the ball, gets it to Downen. He gets the bucket, gets the foul, and that's a nice way for the Lions to start the game.
Yeah, Moore got the ball on the baseline, went into the paint, kind of was out of control, had nowhere to go, just turned and threw it to an open Downen, who went to the glass, got fouled, scored, and going to try to get the old-fashioned three-point play.
The foul is on Bryant Bird, his first. The 6'4" sophomore down and at the line hits the free throw. So quickly, Carterville is up 3 points here, just underway, 20 seconds in to this first-round game at the Mid-Winter Classic. As Joe Mayberry takes it across midcourt, hands it off to Bryant Bird. He's got Anderson on him now defensively. Baseline drive jumper from 8, no good. He didn't hit anything, and Dylan Moore grabs the ball, hands it off to Bryce Anderson across the timeline with a left-hand dribble. Carterville up 3-0 here in West Frankfort.
Eldorado in a 2-3 zone, going to force Carterville to beat them from the outside.
Need the guards to pick up some good shooting tonight. Bryce Anderson, as I say that, fires from 3, misses. Tyler Biddle's there for the rebound, has his shot blocked, and what a nice play from Ladea Shoemaker as he was falling out of bounds, and Tyler Biddle was laying on the floor, and he threw it off his backside. It's going to belong to the Eagles.
Anderson misses a 3, but I've said it a million times. If he's open, you got to take that 3 every time.
And they give the ball to Carterville. They missed that. That was definitely Eldorado basketball. Garby has it. Out top it goes to Eli Downen, who steps into a 3 ball, no good. Rebound comes out long, and it's controlled by Aiden Whitlock for Eldorado. Quickly into the front court they go to Jace Jenkins. Now it comes to the left wing up top to Shoemaker, now toward the right wing. Mayberry fires from about 15, no good. Bryce Anderson, the smallest guy on the floor, gets the rebound. He's into the front court. He's able to control, but he tries to get it to, didn't have a good handle on it. Tried to get it to down, and he goes out of bounds. And that's the first turnover on the Lions here in the game.
Well, we saw this a little bit last night where Peeneyville would turn the ball over, Carterville would get it, then they would turn the ball over. So Carterville off to a little bit of a slow start, but they still have a 3-0 lead.
Eldorado basketball, 6:19. The Lions have a 3-0 lead. Over to the left corner, a three-pointer off the rim, off the top of the backboard. That taken by Jace Jenkins, no good. Length of the floor to go for the Carterville Lions.
I got to take advantage of this slow shooting start by Eldorado. Carterville's done a good job so far defensively to keep everything on the outside.
This Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson and the entire city of Carterville, sponsors and supporters. Carterville Lions sports all season long. Dylan Moore got in trouble, gets it to Anderson. His pass is tipped. Biddle grabs it. Now they pass down back door to Dylan Moore by Tyler Biddle. Give Biddle the assist, and Dylan Moore converts.
And Moore had good hands because that ball was tipped before it got to him, and he was still able to catch it and score.
Into the front court, Joe Mayberry with the right-hand dribble gives it to Bryant Bird. Bird matched up by Anderson defensively to Shoemaker. Shoemaker, up top it goes to Whitlock, and now to the left wing, that is Jace Jenkins. He runs into Dylan Moore, both hit the floor, but he's able to get the ball away and recovered. Three-pointer from the right wing is good from Bryant Bird, his first bucket of the game. We're tied at 3.
Cannot leave them open. Out on the outside, they'll burn you.
Carterville's up 5-3. The ball goes out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Carterville Lions.
Eldorado's pushed that 2-3 zone out towards half court, trying to trap the Lions once they get into the half court.
Bryce Anderson, he QBs his team for Coach Shane Hawkins to the left wing. Skip pass to the right side. Dylan Moore steps down the baseline, has his shot blocked. It goes out of bounds. That's been there the last 2 times down the floor.
Well, both Biddle and Moore have been very aggressive once they get the ball on the baseline. They'll take it to those bigger guys.
Eli Downen, well, I'm surprised they didn't call it a travel, but he loses the handle on it and turns it over. Quickly the other way, there goes Aiden Whitlock. He takes it to the left low block. Left-hand layup is good from Whitlock. And we're all tied at 5. That pressure a little bit deeper now, but Carterville breaks it. Tyler Biddle has it. Left corner, up top it goes to Anderson. Down low it goes to Eli Downen. That little right hook, that sky hook from Downen is good.
Quick passes, got it into the lane quickly to Downen, who had that little baby hook. Lines up by 2.
Downen has 5 of the 7 for Carterville. Bryce Anderson putting nice pressure on the ball as it comes across the midcourt. Whitlock, Joe Mayberry to Bird. Down top of the key, back to Whitlock. Left wing it goes to Jace Jenkins. Dylan Moore on him. Over toward the left corner, just inside the arc to Jenkins. Now up top to Shoemaker. Right wing to Mayberry. Kicks it up top. Now toward the left wing. That's where Shoemaker has it. Eli Downen matched up on Ladea Shoemaker. Left wing, Jenkins to the free throw line. 3:55 on the first quarter clock. 7-5, Lions lead it. 3 ball taken from the right wing, no good. The ball's tipped around. Carterville controls. Outlet pass to Austin Garby. Takes it to the hole. Puts it up, no good. Gets his own board. Gets hacked as he goes up for the putback. And Garby's going to go to the line, shoot a couple of free throws.
Garby's relentless on the boards, especially the offensive boards. I mean, he just does not give up on any shot. And now he's going to go to the line to try to give Carterville a 4-point lead.
And Bryant Bird of Eldorado just picked up his second team foul. Garby's free throw is good. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville for over 30 years, a certified York dealer. They service all brands. Call 985-2502 or go to their website, charliesairconditioningandheating.com. Tyler Biddle will take a break. Carson Pearson checks in. Carson didn't see a whole lot of action last night against Pinckneyville. Second free throw from Garby. Good.
Well, I think you're going to probably see Coach Hawkins substitute a little bit more early on just because this is the second game. They had a very rugged game last night. They've got to keep people fresh in this game as long as they can.
He said in the postgame that his Lions played harder last night than they probably had all season long, so hope that fatigue doesn't set in on the Lions. It was Whitlock that missed the layup. Carterville gets the rebound. They're doing well on the boards here early on in this game. They have a 4-point lead at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Bryce Anderson to the free throw line to Luke Stritzel. Now right wing to Dylan Moore. Stritzel has it in the corner. Back to Moore, right wing. Head fake, top of the key, it goes to Anderson. Back to Moore, back to Anderson, left wing. They get the ball down low, left block to Downen, misses the hook. Ball is on the floor and Eldorado controls. Third turnover on the Lions the other way. Jace Jenkins throws it up at the rack, gets fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot a couple of free throws.
Carterville did a good job, I thought, of moving the ball around quickly. On that 2-3 zone that Eldorado's using right now, they're pushing the two out on top out a little bit further than what you would normally see a 2-3 zone. They're trying to keep that ball from getting inside to Downen or Garby.
Luke Stritzel picks up the foul, the first team foul on the Lions as Jenkins hits the free throw. 9-6 now, a 3-point Lion lead, 2:31 remaining here in the first quarter. Second from Jenkins, the 5'10 senior. Rims out, goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it's going to went off of the Carterville Lions.
Yeah, Shoemaker and Downen were fighting for the ball and went off down and out of bounds.
Inbound pass comes to Shoemaker, to Jenkins. Anderson on him, to the left wing. That is Joe Mayberry. He's going to fire from just inside the three-point line. That's a 2, his first bucket of the game. And it's a 9-8 Carterville Lion lead. Carterville has it, right wing, Dylan Moore, shake and bake, runs over the top of his man, no whistle, no call. He gets the pass off to Stritzel, and he converts. Luke Stritzel's on the board. Carterville's up 3, and that is, we've got a timeout, an official's timeout.
I don't know what the holdup is here. I mean, they didn't. Yeah, it was a 3 on the other end. It was a 3 on the other end. That's why it's 11-9 now instead of 11-8.
Is it the green mark or is it the white mark on the three-point arc? Because he was inside the arc.
I think it's the green because, remember, Northland College used to play here. And that white might be where the college three-point mark is.
Yes. Good call, Scott Hudson.
That's just a guess. I wouldn't swear to it.
Joe Mayberry missed his shot. Carterville has it. It's on the floor. Stritzel tried to get it to Bryce Anderson, and it went off of Bryce's midsection, out of bounds. Turnover on the Lions.
Got to handle the ball better than that, fellas.
Can't turn it over. That's 4 here in the first quarter. It's a 2-point Carterville lead, 11-9. Right wing, Mayberry. Top of the key to Shoemaker. Spin move at the elbow. Backs it up. Now to the left wing it goes. Into the game is Townsend Barton for Eldorado. Nice bank shot. Nice work from Aiden Whitlock on that low block. He's got 4, and now we're tied at 11. 1:11 on the clock here in the first quarter. Dylan Moore tries to shoot it from behind the backboard. It's taken the other way by Eldorado. No good. As Mayberry has it.
He carried the ball. He sure did.
Turns it over. I've got him just, is that the second turnover?
I've got him for 2 as well. But Carterville's turned the ball over, I think, the last 3 times they've had the ball, and you can't do that. You know, you've had control this first quarter, but you're starting to lose control.
All tied at 11, under a minute, 53 seconds left. Carson Pearson, right wing. Carterville's done a decent job handling this 2-3 zone. They get it to the left corner. Pass was intended for Eli Downen, and it was a nice job defensively to step in front of Downen to take that ball away. And Eldorado.
They turn it over on a tie-up. Good play by, who was that? Was that Anderson?
Yep. So Carterville. I was just going to say Eldorado could hold for the final shot, but Carterville will have the opportunity. Here with 30 seconds remaining, Bryce Anderson strolls across the timeline, stands on the Redbird logo at midcourt. Right-hand dribble toward the right side to Pearson. Now to Downen, to Stritzel. He just tips the ball to Dylan Moore. He gets the bucket, gets the foul, and is going to go and try to convert the 3-point play.
Well, the pass was not intended for Moore, but he's at the right place at the right time, and he went up strong to the hole, got fouled, and going to try to complete the 3-point play.
And actually the pass was intended for Luke Stritzel, and it was behind him, and he just tipped it, and it went right to Moore, and he didn't hesitate, took it right to the hole, and he gets the bucket and the foul. And a chance at the 3-point play to put Carterville up by 3 with 17.9 seconds left here in the first quarter. Moore's free throw rims out. And with the rebound is Ladea Shoemaker. So Eldorado with 10 seconds on the clock. A chance to tie it or take the lead. Down low, they just let him have the baseline as Whitlock's able to convert that. He's got 6 with 1 second left. Anderson fires, no good.
There's a foul in the backcourt on the floor. So Carterville will basically just have to throw it in and tip it because there's less than a second left.
Jace Jenkins is charged with the foul, so with 0.9 seconds, it's basically grab it and throw it. They get it to Anderson, fires at the buzzer, no good. And we are all tied at 13 after the first quarter. Second quarter action is coming up here on News Radio WJPF. Okay. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, sponsors and supporters of Carterville Lions Sports, providing a better lifestyle for members, a better life for all. That's IBEW, Local 702.
Both teams shot 45% from the field in the first quarter. Eldorado had the only threes in the first quarter. They had a couple of those.
So Eldorado has the basketball to start play here in the second. The ball's tied up on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4 players. It was a tag team match. It was 2-2.
I was just waiting for somebody to come off the top turnbuckle.
They didn't.
Turnover by Eldorado. That's 4 on them now.
That's like a Royal Rumble out there is what that is.
Yeah.
Carterville has it. Bryce Anderson to the right wing. Into the game now for the Lions. Nick Laird over toward the left corner to Stritzel. Takes a shot to the head. No call. Fired Anderson, air ball from the top of the key. Good hard work by Dylan Moore to get the rebound and put it back. Dylan has 6 points in this game.
Well, Laird got the rebound and handed it to Moore, who was standing in the right place at the right time.
Left wing it goes. With the dribble, that is Whitlock. He puts it up off the glass. And he just likes that left side, doesn't he? He's got 8 points, and I think all of them have come off a left-hand layup.
Yeah, and you got to stop him before he gets to the baseline. Once he gets there, nobody's there to stop his, impede his movement towards the basket.
Carterville is, Eldorado's just waiting on Carterville's passing game. Ball was tipped out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Lions, but they're going to have to correct that.
Yeah, right now, Eldorado is really doing a good job of not giving a lot of space to the Lions on the inside on that 2-3 zone.
Don't telegraph your pass, I think is what I'm saying. Anderson fires from the free throw line. That's good. Bryce Anderson's on the board for his first bucket. Carterville has the lead, 17-15. Whitlock, left wing it goes. Into the game for Barton, Townsend Barton. Kansas City beat the Colts tonight 31-13. Bucket was good from Joe Mayberry. He's got 4, and we're all tied at 17.
Yeah, Eldorado's baskets are too easy. Carterville's not making them work for it.
Tyler Biddle has it, left low block to Stritzel. Gets some help back from Biddle. Jace Jenkins on him, pass to Garby into the paint. Little floater from Bryce Anderson with the right hand is good. Bryce has got 2 buckets in a row. Carterville's up 19-17.
Carterville's just got to play better defense. If they can do that with the way they're shooting the ball right now, they could have a nice lead.
Whitlock again drives, leaves it down low to Townsend Barton, his first field goal. He drives that left side, and a nice job of getting open was Barton.
They've hit their last 5 shots from the field.
Bryce Anderson across the timeline. Runs into a double team, gets it to Laird. Laird fires from about 12 off the back of the iron, no good. Tyler Biddle charges in, but he can't grab the board. It's Whitlock that controls. Outlet pass to Barton. Gets it back to Whitlock. Left hand layup as good as he run over 1-2 Carterville Lion players on the floor. Bryce Anderson slow to get up.
And Eldorado has their first lead of this game.
10 points for Aiden Whitlock here in the first half for Eldorado. Anderson breaks the press, pass down low to Garby. He waits on the defenders to go bind. Layup and good by Garby. He's got 4. And we're tied at 21 at the 5-minute mark of the first half. Aiden Whitlock, the 6'4 sophomore, left wing. Deep three, way outside of the three-point line. It goes out of bounds off of Shoemaker. But, man, he was right on the sideline when he let that go.
Those are the kinds of shots that you'll let them have. If they can make one from there, you just shake his hand and say, nice.
God bless you.
Yeah. But I'm sure Coach Hawkins will let them take that shot all night long.
We're tied at 21. It's the 4:40 mark. Bryce Anderson, his pass down low to Garby, and that's been there the entire game. Garby has 6, and Carterville has the 2-point lead.
Well, great pass from the outside. It was quick, on target, and Garby did the rest.
The defender just couldn't get there. Whitlock, he's tied up defensively by Garby. Now to Mayberry. Down low, the bucket is good by Jace Jenkins, and he gets fouled and is going to go to the line, shoot the and one.
Yeah. Ever since this second quarter started, Eldorado has gotten most of their points in the paint. They hardly got any in the paint in the first quarter, but they're doing a good job of dribble drive, penetration into the lane, along the baseline, and Carterville just cannot stop them for whatever reason.
Jenkins hits the free throw. He has 4 points in the game. And Eldorado has a 1-point lead, 24-23 at the 4:05 mark. Eli Downen, way out top, skip pass to the right wing. Now to Anderson, top of the key. Left wing it goes. Downen from about 15. His shot blocked, gets it back. Right hand hook, no good, too strong. Comes out deep, and we got a foul. It's going to be called on Eli Downen as he went over the back. And it's going to belong to the Eagles.
They got a shot, an original shot blocked, got the rebound, and couldn't get it to go. So Eldorado will get the ball back as Moore comes in for Pearson.
Length of the floor to go for Eldorado. They come into the game with a 13-4 mark. Overall, Carterville 8-10 on the season. And as Scott said, the midwinter is kind of the midway point of the basketball season. We're halfway through conference play. We'll play 4 games here in the Mid-Winter Classic over the course of the next 7 days. Carterville next plays hosts West Frankfort on Wednesday night, 8:30 here on NewsRadio WJPF. Over to the left wing, Whitlock, step back jumper from 12, no good. Rebound comes way out top, and Jenkins grabs it for Eldorado. Wide open from on the line. That was Mayberry that hit that three-pointer. He has 7. Second three-pointer for Eldorado. Garby up top to Bryce Anderson, right wing. Good for Bryce Anderson for 3.
Carterville's first 3 of the game, and it could not have come at a better time.
At the 2:55 mark on that timekeeper hanging above midcourt. 26-26. Whitlock again to that left side. Garby's there to cut him off. Needs some help. Gets it to Jenkins. Nice defensive play by Eli Downen, putting a hand up in front of the pass and forces the turnover on Eldorado. Quickly, Carterville down low to Downen. Left low block. Nice strong move to the hole. Turns, fakes his man, banks it home, and Downen has that. He's got 7 for Carterville.
Yeah, he doesn't play like a sophomore. He plays like he's been doing this for 3 or 4 years.
We're going to get to see 2 more years of that here. 2-point lead for the Lions at the 2:15 mark of the second quarter. Whitlock again to the left side. Gets it to Mayberry, and Shoemaker fires from about 15. That's good for Shoemaker, his first bucket of the game. And tied at 28 again. Good ball game here. Nice pace, hard work by both teams. Down in between the circles. Left side it goes to Dylan Moore just below us. Carterville moving from right to left on your radio dial, but Anderson's pass was too high, but they force it right back the other way. That's the third turnover on Eldorado in the quarter, and then the pass goes right through the legs of Austin Garby out of bounds. Turnover on the Lions.
That dreaded bounce pass in the lane. This one was right at Garby's feet, went right through his legs. So Carterville had an opportunity to take the lead back, but a turnover gives the ball back to the Eagles.
All tied at 28, a minute 40 remaining here in the first half. Mayberry loses the handle, keeps it from going out of bounds, gets fouled out top by Tyler Biddle. It's going to be the first foul on Biddle, the senior. And that is going to be fourth team foul on the Lions. So Eldorado will have it underneath the bucket to the far end. As Whitlock fires from about 16, Jenkins gets it, throws it out top. That is Townsend Barton. Guarded by Dylan Moore, right wing it goes. Nice backdoor pass to Shoemaker, and he had Downen on his back, but he shuffled his feet, turns it over. Fourth turnover on Eldorado here in the second quarter. I've got him for 7 overall.
Yeah, I've got Eldorado for 7, but Shoemaker knew Downen was behind him, and that was just enough to get him to walk with the ball.
65 seconds remaining in the half. Dylan Moore gets bumped, and we've got a blocking foul on Aiden Whitlock of Eldorado. That's the first on Whitlock. Be the 5th team foul on Eldorado.
Both teams shooting the ball very well in this game.
This Lions broadcast brought to you by SIH, Southern Illinois Healthcare. Dedicated to the communities we serve. Visit their website, sih.net. Downen from about 8 feet off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound to Joe Mayberry of Eldorado. 53 seconds remaining. Mayberry slows down so he could hear Coach Josh Bradley give his instructions. Tyler Biddle on Mayberry rather. Jenkins has it now toward the right wing. Anderson on him defensively. Hands it off to Joe Mayberry, the 6'3 senior. Head fakes on Bryce Anderson. Bryce sticks with him. Now to Jenkins wearing the headband, number 14. Anderson makes the switch on him defensively. Back to Mayberry. Dylan Moore has him. 20 seconds remaining in the half. They're going to hold for the final shot. Man-to-man defense by Carterville. Up top it goes. Now left wing to Barton. Tyler Biddle on him. 8 seconds. 7, 6. Backdoor pass down low to Whitlock. He finds Shoemaker. Shot is blocked by Downen. It goes out of bounds, but it's going to belong to the Eagles. Nice job defensively by Downen.
I thought they were going to call a foul on that play, but they didn't, so Eldorado will keep possession with 2.9 to go.
Over to the right wing for 3 is good by Joe Mayberry. His second three-pointer of the game. And as we head to the half, it's a 3-point game. Eldorado leads it 31-28. Coming up, it is your First Southern Bank halftime show here from the Mid-Winter Classic in West Frankfort on News Radio WJPF. Okay. And a better life for all. We're at the half at the Mid-Winter Classic, the first game for the Carterville Lions against Eldorado. It's 31-28. Eldorado has that 3-point lead.
Yeah, it was a good shooting half by both teams. Carterville shot 52% from the field in the first half, 56% by Eldorado. Eldorado had 3 threes in that first half. Carterville only had 1, and that's really the difference in the game right now. Carterville out-rebounded Eldorado 9-7. Anderson has 3 to pace the Lions. Shoemaker and Jenkins and Whitlock all have 2 for the Eldorado Eagles. I have both teams with 7 turnovers. The stats don't lie. Both teams shot well. Rebounding, turnovers are about the same. But that big 3 there at the buzzer gives Eldorado the 3-point lead.
When you look at the scoring for Eldorado, they are led by Joe Mayberry. Him and Aiden Whitlock each have 10. You have Townsend Barton with 2. Jace Jenkins with 4. Brian Bird had a 3-pointer, and Ladea Shoemaker has 2. Eldorado 31 first half points. For the Carterville Lions, it's Eli Downen and Bryce Anderson with 7 each. Dylan Moore has 6, Garby has 6, and Luke Stritzel has 2. Carterville puts 28 on the board. And looking forward to the second half of this game. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. Proud to be a locally owned and operated community bank. You can stop by and visit the friendly and professional staff. The Carterville Banking Center, located at 200 West Plaza Drive, member FDIC, equal housing lender. When we return on our halftime show, we're going to continue here from the Mid-Winter Classic in West Frankfort. I'm going to talk about Carterville Lions ladies basketball. That's coming up on News Radio WJPF. Okay. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Appreciate it. If you're wondering why you don't hear commercials, you've got the feed that comes straight from Scott and I's, the mixer that we use. So you're not getting the radio feed, you're actually getting direct from the gym.
Who's that from?
Robert Teese.
God, what?
He is so funny. Oh, my gosh.
Dry sense of humor, that boy.
That is awful. Back at Max Morris Gymnasium in West Frankfort, about 3 minutes remaining here during our First Southern Bank halftime show. Got a message from Matt Crane that says the Lady Lions this week, they're going to be playing Marion coming up at 7:45 on Monday. Thursday, they're going to take on Mount Vernon 6:30. And then on Saturday, Carbondale at 2 o'clock. And I know he's watching the live stream this evening. We appreciate that, Coach. But Carterville Lions, the Lady Lions, one of our nominees for Team of the Week today on Sports Voice, Scott Hudson. And that's a tough lineup. Marion, Mount Vernon, Carbondale all in 1 week.
And all bigger schools. And, you know, Carterville Lady Lions, only 2 losses on the season. You know, they're getting to the point of the season. Obviously, it's a little past the halfway point, just like the boys. But now is when Coach Crane wants his team to ramp it up a little bit, focus a little bit more, get ready, start playing your best basketball this season, get ready for the postseason.
We're glad to have you with us here on News Radio WJPF. Don't forget, we're going to be back in action coming up Wednesday night. It's kind of nice being here Saturday, not having to play that Monday game. But Scott and I will be back Wednesday night when we take on the host school, West Frankfort. That'll be an 8:30 start. And then on Friday, I'm going to be gone, Scott. Did I tell you that?
Yes, you did.
Okay, I'm just making sure, checking it off my list. But Carterville is going to take on the Christopher Bearcats at 5:30. That'll wrap up pool play in the Mid-Winter Classic. Depending on how they do in the first 3 games, depends on what time they will play on Saturday. It'll be the fourth-place teams that play at 3:30, third-place teams at 5, second-place teams play at 6:30, and then the championship between the 2 first-place teams will be at 8 o'clock. If there's a tie, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head, and then they go to free throw percentage after that. When we return, we're going to come back for second-half action. It's 31-28. Eldorado has the lead on your Carterville Lions. Second-half action next on News Radio WJPF. I'm Dave McKenzie, my broadcast partner Scott Hudson from Max Morris Gymnasium in West Frankfort. Both teams are back on the floor. SIU took one on the chin this afternoon at home. Scott Hudson 65-61. Thought the Dogs might win that one. But it sounded like turnovers were the key to that game.
Turnovers, SIU had a good start, had a good finish, but it's what was in between that doomed them in that game.
And also, if you missed out, Kansas City knocked off Indianapolis in the first playoff game. Divisional round today, 31-13 in about 10 minutes or so. It's going to be the Cowboys beating the Rams. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? The
Honestly,
Cowboys and the Rams.
I'm like Mike Murphy. The one that ended in a tie or the Sandreas fault just opened up. Either one's fine with me.
I'm sorry. Was that out loud? Because I know. Well, we'll just leave that there.
That's like, I don't even know how to explain that.
Here we go. Second half action. Eldorado, the 3-point lead, 31-28. Eldorado moving from right to left. Top of the key. 3-pointers no good from Mayberry. And Dylan Moore gets the rebound for the Lions. The Lions, the road team, they're in the road blues. Downen has his pass go right off the hands of Dylan Moore. That would have a turnover to start the half.
That's an unforced error. I mean, it's a good pass to Moore. I don't know if he took his eye off the ball. Just went off his hand and out of bounds.
Length of the floor to go for Eldorado. Bryant Bird gets it to Whitlock, and Bird's going to fire from 3 from the left wing, and he just pops that one. That's how he started off the game. He's got 6, 2 3-pointers for Eldorado. Carterville has it. Now to the right wing. Moore's pass down low to Garby. Right hand is good from Austin Garby. 8 for Austin. And Carterville's down 4, 34-30.
You can't trade 3s for 2s when you're behind.
Bryant brings it across the timeline now to the right side with the right hand dribble to the right corner. That is Whitlock. Left-hand dribble for him up top. It comes to Jace Jenkins. He bobbles it and hands it to Joe Mayberry. Biddle on him defensively. Mayberry drives, free throw line, kick out to the right wing. And that is Bryant Bird with another three-pointer. He's their shooter. He's got 9 all on three-pointers.
Well, just like last night, it's obvious Carterville's opponent is a better three-point shooting team than they are.
Bryce Anderson from the free throw line, rims out, no good, and the rebound to Whitlock. With the right-hand dribble across the timeline, Garby slows him down. Now up top to Bryant, inside the free throw line. Pass goes off of Bryce Anderson, and it's going to belong to Eldorado.
This is the critical part of the game. You're down by 7, still a lot of time to go, but you can't let this lead get into double digits.
Bryant's going to trigger. Just throws it out top. That's Shoemaker that runs it down. Pass down low from Bryant to Mayberry, no good as Mayberry missed the bunny, and Tyler Biddle gets the rebound to the right wing. Bryce Anderson passes up the open three, down low to Downen. Shot partially blocked, hit off the rim, and the rebound to Bryant. Outlet pass comes to Jenkins. He gets bumped by Dylan Moore. Nice foul from Dylan Moore to keep Jenkins from scoring. And the ball's going to be out of bounds, belonging to Eldorado.
This reminds me a lot of last night's game.
Yes,
Second half, Carterville did not come out strong, fell behind, and could never recover.
Got to pick it up right here. Eagles basketball. Walk by Mayberry. That's a turnover on Eldorado. So Carterville down 7. They have the ball at the 5:56 mark.
Carterville's just got to start hitting some shots and play much better defense than they have in the first two quarters plus.
Dylan Moore, left wing to Downen. And oh, what a nice pass from Downen from the left elbow as he caught the cutting Dylan Moore. Give the assist to Downen. That was beautiful.
That was a great play by Downen to see out the corner of his eye, Moore cutting down the baseline.
Austin Garby and Dylan Moore have 8 each for the Lions as Bird loses the ball. The other way, Downen takes it to the hole, gets the bucket for Eli Downen. He has 9 and Carterville's back to within 3.
And I'm not so sure Downen didn't get fouled, but they didn't call it.
I thought so as well. Left wing, wide open 3 is too strong. Dylan Moore the rebound. Outlet pass to Anderson. Into the front court with the right-hand dribble. Carterville a chance to tie it up with a 3. Downen loses the handle. He looked up. Turnover on the Lions. And here come the Eagles the other way. Under 5 here in the third quarter. Bryant Bird. Anderson on him defensively. Carterville's really picked up the pace on both ends here in the last minute and a half. As Whitlock drives, his shot is no good, but he gets fouled. So Whitlock's going to be at the line shooting 2 free throws.
Yeah, he beat Garby on the baseline, and Downen's got to leave his man and cut him off before he gets to the paint. But he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Carterville's pulled to within 3.
Austin Garby picks up his first foul, and Whitlock hits his first free throw. That's 11 for Aiden Whitlock, the 6'4 sophomore. Good ball player. Second is good. We have a timeout on the floor. It is going to be charged to Eldorado. It's a 30-second timeout. 39-34 Eldorado on News Radio WJPF. Your Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville. Over 30 years, a certified York dealer servicing all brands. Call 985-2502 or go online, charliesairconditioningandheating.com. Carterville has the ball coming out of the break. Anderson, right wing to Biddle to Downen, and Downen's pass into the down low to Garby was tipped out of bounds, but they're going to call a foul on Eldorado.
Yeah, they sure did.
Didn't see 25, I think, is who the foul was on. Garby fires from about 12. That's good. He leads the Lions with 10 points. Ladea Shoemaker picked up his second foul. Previously, Carterville's down 3 at the 4:15 mark here of the third. Wide open 3 off the iron, no good. Battle for the board. It's Whitlock of Eldorado that gathers it in. Now to the left wing. Bryant Bird backs it up toward midcourt. Across the logo. Reverses. Comes back left side to Whitlock. Garby on him. Nice D by Whitlock. By Garby, rather. To Bird. Anderson. Now up top it goes to Mayberry. To the right elbow. Right wing is a pass that he traveled. That was Whitlock. That's the third time tonight that he's done that. Just shuffles that takes that quick first step.
And Carterville's got to take advantage of these turnovers by Eldorado. Down by 3. You got a chance here to tie the 3 or at least cut it to 1 with a 2.
At the 3:40 mark of the third quarter. 39-36. Downen has it up top. Jace Jenkins, man, flopped because he got bumped, and Downen fires from 3, makes him pay for it. Don't hit the floor if you didn't get fouled. They bumped, but that was like watching FIFA soccer right there. They would have been proud. Tied at 39 for the Lions. How about that? 3:15 mark. The shot is no good from Mayberry, and Bryce Anderson runs down the ball. Garby a little slow as he hit the deck here just below us. Look at Dylan Moore drive the baseline, but he loses the handle, had it tipped away. Carterville an opportunity to take the lead there, but they turn it over instead. 39-39 at 3-minute mark of the third, and Garby picks up a cheap foul up top. Just a little bit of a bump, but that was just enough to get the whistle from the official.
Carterville had a great opportunity to take the lead, and yet another. Carterville's only got 3 turnovers this third quarter, but they have come at the most inopportune times.
Inbound pass comes to Whitlock. He runs over the top of Bryce Anderson and picks up a charging foul. That's going to be foul number 2 on Aiden Whitlock, and well done, Bryce Anderson hanging in there.
Anderson saw what was happening. He left his man. He went down to the baseline and stood still and took the charge. That's how you play defense.
Got established, got his feet down, and the smallest guy on the floor takes the charge from the biggest guy on the floor at 6'4". Left wing, Moore has it. Carterville a chance to take the lead. We're tied at 39. Up top, Bryce Anderson. Short. Oh, look good, but Moore gets the rebound. Now to Tyler Biddle from 18 off the iron, no good. And it's Bryant Bird. 2 good looks for the Lions on that possession. Taking it to the hole is Whitlock. He banks it home. 14 for Aiden Whitlock. And Eldorado the 2-point lead. 2:14 on the clock. Downen fakes the pass left wing, goes over to Biddle, who fires off the back of the iron, no good. Look at Dylan Moore grab the rebound. Gets it to Garby. His putback is good. Austin Garby has 12, and it's good hard work in the paint for the Lions.
Good job by Moore to get that rebound underneath the basket and get it to Garby. We're tied at 41.
At the 1:50 mark of the third quarter, Jace Jenkins has his pass tipped away. Garby got a hand on it, but it comes right back to Jenkins. Now to Shoemaker. Hit that pass at his feet. Oh, and they're calling a foul on Eli Downen as he tried to reach in to grab that ball when it was on at the feet of Shoemaker. Cheap foul. Dylan Moore is going to go get a breather. Has a one-sided conversation. Well, it's a two-sided conversation with Shane Hawkins over on the Lions bench. Shoemaker, left wing to Jace Jenkins. Up top, wide open 3 is good from Bryant Bird. He's made 4 buckets, and they've all been from outside the arc. He has 12 points, and it's a 3-point Eldorado lead. Downen from the free throw line, wide open. Carson Pearson finds an opening, drives the baseline, right-hand floater's good. From Carson Pearson, he's on the board. That's his first bucket. It's a 1-point game, 44-43 at the 1:05 mark.
Well, you can't complain about Carterville shooting from the field tonight. It's been great. They just can't play good defense.
Whitlock loses the handle of the ball. It's tipped around. Anderson comes away, and he gets fouled from behind. Big play from Bryce Anderson. Carterville loving how this intensity they've got right now.
Well, they were down by 7 in this third quarter. It looked like things were starting to unravel, but now they've got back to within 1, and now they have a chance to take the lead.
And look who that foul was on. That is Bryant Bird, who's got those 4 3-pointers. That's his third. He has to go to the bench at the 55-second mark of the third. like that for the Lions. Keep him there. Carterville has the basketball. Connor Hawkins in the game for the first time. Carterville works the perimeter on the passing game. Pearson, Anderson, Downen. Nice pass down to Garby. He gets hacked as he tries to get the shot up. The foul is going to be on Whitlock, and Aiden Whitlock just picked up his third foul. And Austin Garby a chance to give the Lions a lead if he makes both of these free throws.
Well, it hasn't been easy for Carterville to get the ball on the inside tonight, but when they have, they've done some good things.
Garby's first free throw is good. We're tied at the 40-second mark. Oh, excuse me. Carterville down 2.
No, they gave the point to the wrong team.
That's what I thought. 40. We should be tied at 44.
Yeah, they gave the point to the wrong team. It should be 45-44 Carterville. The score is wrong, and I would, if I'm Coach Hawkins, I call timeout. Yeah, they've changed it now. Now they've got it right.
Shot taken from Jenkins is out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off of Carterville. It should belong to Carterville. Now they've got the scoreboard right. 45-44 Carterville.
Shoemaker came over the back of Biddle, knocked the ball out of bounds. The official missed that one.
So Eldorado, 27.2 seconds. Passes could have been picked off, but Townsend Barton gets it. Top of the key. Bryant Bird is back into the game. He's got 4 3-pointers. You know that's who they want to get the ball to. Jace Jenkins has it outside the arc. Top of the key, right side it goes. 3 ball from Mayberry, way short. Shoemaker saves it, gets it to Bird. He puts it up, no good. Shoemaker the rebound, putback is good from Ladea Shoemaker. Hard work by Shoemaker at the buzzer. And Eldorado takes a 46-45 lead as we head to the fourth quarter. We got a dandy ball game here. The first game at the Mid-Winter Classic in West Frankfort. Fourth quarter action is next on News Radio WJPF. Wow, good game.
Yep. But they scored a big 3 at the end of the second and score a big basket here at the end of the third. Can't give those up, fellas. You got to keep them off the boards.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson and the entire city of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters of Carterville Lions sports. We got a dandy ball game, 46-45 as we start play here in the fourth quarter.
Carterville shot 58% in the third, 38% for Eldorado.
Carterville has the ball. Bryce Anderson fires from 3, a little bit short, and it's going to be Carson Pearson. It's called for going over the back on the rebound.
Carterville's not getting a lot of second chance opportunities in this game.
Eldorado with the basketball. Bryant Bird in the backcourt. Gets the ball over to Mayberry. He's able to break the timeline, takes it to the hole, and the right-hand layup is good from Joe Mayberry. He's got 12 points in the game, and it's a 3-point Eagle lead, 48-45. Just underway here in the fourth. This is the first round game for the Carterville Lions. Tyler Biddle takes it to the hole, banks it off the board. His first bucket of the game. He's finally rewarded with some points. Carterville's within 1.
Got to play some defense.
They did that in the third quarter. They battled back from a 7-point deficit as Mayberry misses the runner, gets his own rebound, and he travels with the ball as he hit his backside and slid. So a turnover on the Eagles, and he says, I didn't do anything. but it's going to belong to the Lions, the length of the floor to go.
That's 6 turnovers now for Eldorado. I've only got Carterville for 3 in the second half. The difference in this game has been the threes that Eldorado has made. They have made 6 in this game.
They got torched for 9 last night against Pinckneyville. Downing from the left corner. Man, he just floats that one in with that right hand. 14 for Eli. He and Austin Garby each have 14 to lead the Lions, and Carterville has a 1-point lead at the 6:40 mark. Eagles break the press. Left wing it goes. Once again, that's Whitlock. He likes taking it that way. Dribbles with the left hand. Now it goes up top to Bryant Bird. Anderson on him, makes a slap at the ball, gets it to Jenkins, left wing. Now back to Bird. He has 4 3-pointers in the game. They're picking him up tighter defensively. Bank shot's no good from Mayberry. Gets his own board, puts it right back. 14 for Joe Mayberry. Carterville quickly the other way. Skip pass to Downing from that left elbow. His shot was way short. He got slapped on the elbow. Gets the board, gets the bucket, gets the foul. And is going to go to the line and shoot some free throws.
Well, I thought he got fouled the first time.
He did.
But he stayed with it. And he got it to go in, and Carterville has a chance to take a 2-point lead.
That's the 4th foul now on Aiden Whitlock. He has to head to the bench, and Eli Downing a chance to convert the 3-point play, give the Lions a 2-point lead. 51-50 right now, 6:04 remaining in the game. The sophomore's free throw is good. Eli now has 17 points for the Carterville Lions, and a 2-point lead at the 6-minute mark. Scott Hudson and Dave McKenzie here on News Radio WJPF. First game of the Midwinter Classic. Bryant Bird gets the ball to Barton, Townsend Barton. Now up top it goes, and to the right side with Mayberry. Hands it to Jace Jenkins. Bryant Bird now between the circles. Anderson on him. Right wing to Mayberry. Mayberry hounded by Garby. Bryant Bird just fires from 3 off the back of the iron, too long, and they're going to say the ball was tipped out of bounds off of Downing. He had Shoemaker on his back. The ball's going to belong to Eldorado.
Now another second chance opportunity for Eldorado. That's been key for them in this second half.
Shoemaker takes the inbounds pass toward the right elbow. Now to Jenkins, left wing it goes to Barton. Right-hand dribble, top of the key. Bird now to Mayberry. Garby on him, cuts off the baseline. Nice job. Back to Bird. Ball comes to Barton, left side to Jenkins. Pass tipped away. Carterville controls. They force another turnover. And Carterville can extend this 2-point lead at the 5-minute mark. Downing wants to drive that left baseline's cut off. Now they work right side to Biddle. Hands it off to Carson Pearson between the legs. Bobbles the pass, gets it to Anderson. Anderson controls. Now Downing way out top toward the left wing. Bryce Anderson for 3. Oh, it looked good from here, but just off the rim. Bird gets the rebound. Jenkins runs right over. Oh, they have to call Tyler Biddle because he was running right along. Could have been, it could have gone either way.
Yeah, it could have gone either way, but I think Biddle was moving a little bit.
He was.
But Anderson had a wide open 3, and boy, if that would have gone in, Carterville would have had a 5-point lead, but just couldn't get it to go.
And it would have been a fantastic call.
It would have been.
Jace Jenkins hits his first free throw. He's got 5 in the game now. So it's a 1-point game at the 4:37 mark. Carson Pearson checks out. Bryce Anderson back in. Jenkins misses the second free throw. It's off of Shoemaker of Eldorado. Length of the floor to go for the Carterville Lions. This Lions broadcast brought to you by the IBEW, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members, a better life for all. We have to name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. We'll do that in our postgame show coming up. Fourth quarter action from the Midwinter Classic. It's a classic as well. 52-51. Carterville just throws the ball away.
The ball was tipped.
It was tipped by Bird. Shane Hawkins. They're going to talk and discuss. The other official says no, it wasn't tipped. How can 3 officials miss that? Shane Hawkins throws his hands in the air.
The ball was tipped. It changed directions as it came back out towards the Anderson at the point.
Yeah, they're not going to overturn each other. Bad call by the officials.
That's just awful.
Shoemaker takes the inbound pass, runs over the top of Bryce Anderson. They're going to call Anderson on the foul.
Anderson didn't get in front of him. He kind of got
to the side. Yep.
But boy, did the officials miss that one.
Shoemaker is at the line. He's going to be shooting 2. He's got 4 points in the game. Carterville has a 1-point lead, 52-51. Shoemaker's free throws too strong off the back.
You get the feeling that this game's going to probably come down to the last possession.
Mm-hmm. Lions broadcast brought to you by Southern Illinois Healthcare. Dedicated to the communities we serve. They have a website at sih.net. Second from Shoemaker, no good. Downen gets the rebound. Carterville holds on to that 1-point lead, 52-51.
The basketball gods have said, okay, wrong call. We'll let them miss 2 free throws.
Left wing, Dylan Moore just inside the arc. Up top it goes, slips, and thought maybe he hurt that ankle, but he's okay. Tyler Biddle to Anderson. Now to Downen, left wing. Gets an opening down the baseline. Cut off, though, by Shoemaker. Brings it back to Anderson. Around the top it goes to Biddle to Anderson, left wing. 3:40 on the clock. A 1-point lead, Lions, 52-51. Tyler Biddle's bump, no call. Left-hand dribble, bumped again, no call. Left wing to Downen, drives the baseline, and they're going to call the blocking foul on Eldorado. That's going to be on Mayberry. That's his first foul. Carterville will have the ball on the baseline. On the floor right now, Garby, Moore, Biddle, Downen, Bryce Anderson, the starters for Coach Shane Hawkins. The officials need a towel.
Got a little sweat down there.
It's Lions broadcast. Brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson, the entire city of Carterville, sponsors and supporters, Carterville Lions Sports. Shane Hawkins did a job? Nice job cleaning up the floor over there. 3:30 on the clock, remaining in the game. Bryce Anderson, inbound pass off the hands of Garby, as it is Townsend Barton that picks up his second field goal of the game, and we have a timeout that is taken by Josh Bradley after the bucket. It's going to be a full. It's 53-52. Eldorado has a 1-point lead in the fourth quarter here at the Mid-Winter Classic in West Frankfort on News Radio WJPF. Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson. We have 3:22 left here in the contest between Eldorado and Carterville. 53-52 Eldorado, that 1-point lead.
Well, Carterville's got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball in this last 3 minutes and 20 seconds and take good shots.
Downen brings the ball across the timeline. Left side it goes to Tyler Biddle. He's matched up defensively by Bryant Bird. Up top between the circles, right side it goes to Dylan Moore. Right wing, looks for the cut, and we have a blocking foul on Eldorado. That's going to be on Joe Mayberry. The second on Mayberry. That's the 7th team foul. And so Downen, both teams actually have 7 fouls. So Downen's at the line shooting the 1-and-1 for Carterville. Eli has 17 points in the game. He's 2 for 2 from the line so far tonight. Oops. Hope I didn't jinx him. Shh. Erase that. We'll edit that after the... Oh, see? Dadgummit. Misses the free throw. We'll edit that out, though, at the end of the game. Get that back. 53-52, a 1-point Eagle lead. 2:50 remaining here in the ball game. Down and gets into the back. A Shoemaker on the pass. Eli just picked up his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, this game may be decided at the free throw line. I know last time Shoemaker was at the line, he missed both of his. But in a game this close, where neither team has taken control of the game, it's going to come down to a turnover, a free throw, something small will probably decide this game.
Ladea Shoemaker missed the 2 free throw attempts he had earlier, but he hits this one. He's 1 for 3. Gets the bonus. Extends the lead to 2 points now at the 2:49 mark of the game. 54-52. Shoemaker, 6'3" junior. Where's number 25? Deep knee bend. The ball is released, and he hits it 2 for 2 now. And extends the lead to 3 points for Eldorado. Carterville down 3, 2:45 mark. First game of the Midwinter Classic at West Frankfort, Max Morris Gymnasium. Eli Downen runs into a double team on the baseline. Bryce Anderson that's going to be a foul on Bryant Bird as Dylan Moore went after a loose ball.
I think that's going to be his 5th, correct? Nope, 4th.
4th from Bryant Bird. Dylan Moore is going to be at the line, shooting a couple of free throws. He had a chance at 3-point play earlier, missed the free throw. 8 points for Dylan Moore. Carterville down 3 at the 2:32 mark. Number 24's free throw is good. Gets the bonus. This has been a good ball game.
Boy, it's been exciting. There hasn't really been a non-exciting Carterville game in quite some time. They've had a lot of close games this year.
Especially since the Eldorado tournament. Moore's second hits off the front of the iron. 2-point game now, 2:27 remaining. Eldorado, you would think they would want to eat up some clock. No call as Bryant Bird runs into Bryce Anderson. Could have gone either way. Shoemaker has it between the circles. Right side it goes to Mayberry. Biddle on him defensively. They back him up. Bird comes over to relieve Mayberry. Anderson switches defensively. Right side, back to Mayberry. Biddle on him. Step. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Dylan Moore as he put an elbow into the chest. Dylan Moore, that's foul number 2 on him. That's foul number 9 on the Lions here in the second half. And Bryant Bird is going to shoot the 1-and-1. For Eldorado, a chance to extend the lead back to 3, maybe 4. Too strong, and the ball was off of Eldorado. It was off of Carterville,
yes,
but they call it off of Eldorado.
Well, that's that's happened at least 3 times in this game, Dave. On missed free throws by Eldorado, Carterville's not done a good job of blocking them off the boards, and they got lucky there.
Carterville a chance to tie, maybe take the lead with a 3. Top of the key, it goes to Dylan Moore. Loses the handle, but Downen's there to save him. Pass to Garby at the free throw line. Takes it to the hole, puts it up off the board. Good, we're all tied. Austin Garby has 16 points, and we have a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a 30 taken by Coach Shane Hawkins. We'll be back. We're all tied at 55 here on News Radio WJPF.
Oh, man.
Thank you for tuning in here on News Radio WJPF. What a ball game we have, all tied at 55 at the 1:36 mark of the fourth quarter.
This is nail-biting time.
It is. I want to get up and pace.
You can't not make a mistake now.
Bird triggers to Whitlock, and Carterville picks off the pass. Turnover on Eldorado. Down low to Garby. Waits on the defender and overshoots the ball. Misses, but Anderson gets the rebound. Another opportunity and a break for the Lions. Tyler Biddle misses the right-hand layup. And Eldorado's Bird gets the ball. Throws an elbow. Kicks out at, they're going to call it charging. No, they're going to call the foul on Tyler Biddle as Bryant Bird threw an elbow high, threw out the leg low. And Tyler Biddle is the one that's going to be called for the foul.
Well, we've talked about it many times this year. Garby will never have an easier shot the rest of his career. There was nobody around him, and he shot it from one side to the other.
Bryant Bird hits the free throw.
That will drive a coach into a self-induced coma.
One for two from the line for Bird. The second one is good. Timeout taken. It's going to be a 30-second timeout by Eldorado here on News Radio WJPF.
How do you miss that? How is that possible?
Thank you.
Oh, my.
Otto. Overtime. 57-55. Eldorado a 2-point lead at the 1:17 mark. Austin Garby just missed a easy shot that would have tied the game up. Actually given him the lead at 2 points. But on the other way, Bird gets fouled, goes and hits the free throws. 57-55, 70 seconds remaining in this game to kick off the Mid-Winter Classic in West Frankfort. Bryce Anderson has it. Floats his way across the logo at midcourt for the Lions. Back and forth now. Right side it goes to Dylan Moore. Moore needs some help. Nice D by Eldorado. Finds Garby wide open. Takes the ball. Puts the shot up. It gets fouled. And is going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. And a chance to tie the game at 50 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, he just shot that one a little too hard. I think he was going to get fouled a little harder than he did.
Yeah. Joe Mayberry just picked up his 3rd foul. Garby's free throw was good. 17 points for Austin Garby. Gets the bonus. Second from number 23. It's good. No pressure there. Tied at 57. 50 seconds left. Oh, I love this. Good ball game.
Let's see if Eldorado tries to play for the last shot. Can Eldorado come up with or Carterville come up with a steal?
Bryant Bird across the top of the key. Shoemaker wide open from just above the free throw line. No good. Bird gets the rebound. His shot is blocked. And Bryce Anderson comes. Oh, no. It's back on the floor. And a timeout is called by Eldorado's Jace Jenkins. Carterville had a chance to grab that loose ball, but Eldorado gets it, gets the timeout, taken by Coach Josh Bradley. We're going to keep it here. Scott Hudson, 57-57 with 28 seconds left. If you're Coach Josh Bradley of Eldorado, what are you saying? You have the ball.
Well, I think if they're going to play for the last shot, they want to take care of it. Shoemaker had not taken a shot that far out the entire game, so I was surprised to see him take that. He was open. Carterville's been giving him that shot all night long, and he's never taken it until that point. But again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. They miss a shot. Carterville can't come away with the rebound. Carterville would have had a chance to play for the last shot, but they could not come away with the rebound, and they couldn't come up with a loose ball when it was on the floor.
57, 28.4 seconds left. Coming up in our postgame show, it's going to be brought to you today by IBEW Local 702. Scott and I will name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal Star of Ye game.
Yeah, Eldorado has 6 offensive rebounds in this second half. And Carterville's going to have to come up with a defensive stop, possibly a turnover.
Here we go, 28 seconds left. Inbound pass from Whitlock to Mayberry, back to Whitlock. Now it goes to Bryant Bird. Anderson on him defensively, 19, 18, 17. They're going to hold for the final shot. I bet you Bird's the man they want to get it to. He's had the hot hand, but he hits the deck. Now the ball goes to Jenkins up top. Hands it to Bird with 8, 7, 6 on the clock. Here we go. He loses the handle. Nice job. Bryce Anderson gets his hand on the ball, and a timeout. Oh, there should have been a tie-up and a jump ball, but the official gives the timeout to Coach Josh Bradley. Shane Hawkins is so frustrated over on the sideline. His hands on his hips. That should have been a tied-up jump ball.
Well, either way, it still would have been Eldorado ball, but it forced Eldorado to have to take a timeout. So they've only got 3.8 seconds to go. They're going to inbound right in front of the scores table. What Carterville wants to do, they want to force Eldorado to inbound the ball into the backcourt.
Yes.
That way it's going to take them at least a second, maybe 2, to get to the front court. So that's the plan. Doesn't always work that way, but if you can't do that, you want to make sure that you don't give them an uncontested look at the basket when they do take a shot. And you, for heaven's sakes, do not want to foul.
Don't foul, and you can, I would think Coach Bradley would want to get that ball into the hands of Bryant Bird. He has 14 points, but Joe Mayberry has 14. Aiden Whitlock has 14, so I guess he has 3 or 4 different options there.
Well, let's see. Carterville's not going to play. Well, Coach Hawkins wanted a timeout to see how they were going to set up. So now he knows what defense to go to. But Eldorado may change their offensive outlook now.
Timeout was taken by Shane Hawkins. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. And don't forget, coming up on our postgame show, stick around. Coach Shane Hawkins will join us. It'll be our IBEW Local 702 postgame show. The next action for Carterville in the Midwinter Classic will be on Wednesday night at 8:30 when the Lions take on the West Frankfort Redbirds to wrap up action from that night. If you'd like to come over here Monday, that's a good lineup. Cairo will take on the Heron Tigers at 5:30. AJ will face Marion at 7. And then West Frankfort will take on Christopher at 8:30. Tuesday, Christopher and Eldorado play a game. And then on Wednesday, it'll be Heron and AJ at 5:30, Marion and Cairo at 7, and of course the Carterville game at 8:30. Here we go. 3.8 seconds left in the game. Eldorado basketball. Bird is going to trigger the inbounds. Pass comes in to Whitlock at the buzzer. With 1 second left, his shot is no good. And we are going to overtime. Tied at 57. Carterville got lucky there. But to overtime is where we're heading here in the first game of the Midwinter Classic. We're going to go on and take a break. We'll be back in 60 seconds on NewsRadio WJPF.
That was too easy.
That was too easy. 57-57. We're going to overtime in the Midwinter Classic in the first game. Carterville and Eldorado all tied at 57.
44% shooting for Carterville in that fourth quarter, 33% for Eldorado. Jump ball, Eli down and on the floor.
And And the ball is controlled by Aiden Whitlock and Eldorado. We're in overtime, the first overtime here at the Mid-Winter Classic. Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson. Jace Jenkins has it toward the right wing. Up top it goes to Bryant Bird. 4 minutes are the overtime periods in high school basketball. Whitlock from the left elbow, down low to Jenkins. Runs into a double team, gets it to Shoemaker. Nice pass. Shoemaker scores the field goal. He's got 8 in the game, and Eldorado a 2-point lead. Dylan Moore, right wing. Left-hand dribble across the free throw line. Leaves it for Austin Garby. He makes the right-hand layup. Nice assist. Garby just picked up his 20th point in the game, and we're all tied at 59.
What a nice left-handed pass by Moore.
Bryce Anderson slaps the ball out of bounds, out of the hands of Bryant Bird. Eagles have the ball on the side, the far side away from the scores table. Into Shoemaker, back to Bird now. Under 3 to go in overtime here at West Frankfort, Max Morris Gymnasium. Baseline drive is good from Mayberry. Too easy, they just gave him the bucket. No foul, 16 for Mayberry, and it's back to a 2-point lead for Eldorado. Downen, left wing to Biddle. Skip pass to Moore, down low to Garby. Puts it up and gets the roll. Garby, he's on fire, 22 for the senior, and we're tied at 61.
The points are starting to come into the paint for both teams right now.
Yes, it is. 2:20 remaining in this ball game. Carterville has scored 61 points in a basketball game. Bryant Bird holds up top. Now the left-hand dribble left side to Aiden Whitlock. He looks inside. Head fake on Garby. Short jumper from 15 is good.
Well, that's a tough shot.
Yes, it was. You got to give him credit on that. 16 for Aiden Whitlock. Carterville down 2 once again. Downen over to Dylan Moore. Kick over to Tyler Biddle. To Moore. Drives it to the baseline. Kicks it out to Downen. Now Anderson from the free throw line. Bryce Anderson. He's got 9, and we're tied at 63.
Both teams have hit their 3 shots from the field. Who's going to flinch first?
Bird runs into a double team. Gets the ball to Mayberry. He drives. Right-hand layup is good from Mayberry as he weaves his way down to the paint.
He beat Moore, and nobody came out to stop him. That is way too easy.
Dylan Moore almost traveled with the ball. Gets the head fake behind the back left wing. Now to Bryce Anderson. 65-63 Eldorado. Anderson, Moore, Downen, left corner. Left pocket. Gets the pass to Anderson. Now to Moore. Right side it goes to Tyler Biddle. Drives in, backs it out, skip past to Moore, takes it at the left elbow, puts it up too strong. Look at Garby, gets the board, gets the bucket. And we're tied at 65 with 47 seconds left. Timeout taken by Coach Shane Hawkins. Let's pause 30 seconds. We'll be back on News Radio WJPF. Woo!
How much does Carterville have left in the tank?
I don't know.
After last night's game. They got to play better defense.
We're all tied at 65 with 47.9 seconds left. Nice play from Austin Garby as he just tied this game up. Shane Hawkins excited, has his Lions around it. You got to applaud the effort by both these teams, but especially Carterville coming off that hard-fought game last night against Pinckneyville at home.
Yeah, you got to wonder how much gas Carterville has left in the tank after that emotional game last night. And you know, Carterville has to play good defense. Now only 47.9 seconds left. Both teams have hit all 4 shots that they've taken in the second half, so neither team's played great defense. But this is where Carterville needs a defensive stop right here.
Eldorado 13-4 on the season. Carterville 8-10, the first round game in the Mid-Winter Classic and pool play. in the Class A pool. 47 seconds. We're tied at 65. At the end of regulation, Eldorado held for the final shot. Bryant Bird with the right-hand dribble. Bryce Anderson on him defensively. Bird takes it, loses his handle. Ball goes out of bounds, turns it over, and Carterville now a chance to take the lead with 31.8 seconds remaining.
Carterville's had that happen to them several times this year. They just lose the handle on the ball. Carterville going to play for the last shot.
Give it to him. Bryce Anderson strolls across the timeline. 21 seconds remaining in the game. To Tyler Biddle. Biddle left wing. Defense is picked up hard by Eldorado, and Shane Hawkins has to call a timeout with 14 seconds left. 65-65. We're in overtime. 14.1 seconds remaining in the game.
Well, remember, Carterville at times in this game has had trouble inbounding the ball. They turned it over late in the fourth, which almost cost them the game. So Carterville's got to get the ball in first. Plenty of time. 14.1 seconds is an eternity when you have the ball in the front court. So get the ball in. That's the first thing you got to do. Then set up your offense. Try to find somebody open. Eldorado has played that 2-3 zone this entire game. They're not going to come out of it now. So Carterville's just going to have to find a way to get inside of it.
It would be fantastic if they could find a way to get the ball down low to Garvey. He's had an outstanding game. 24 points to lead the Lions. But we'll see what Shane Hawkins has drawn up on the whiteboard as he has his Lions around him over on the far sideline. We're at Max Morris Gymnasium in West Frankfort on a Saturday night. This is the first game of the Mid-Winter Classic from West Frankfort, one of our favorite tournaments of the year. And as Scott said earlier in our pregame show, this kind of marks the midway point of the basketball season. We're midway through conference play. Carterville has 14 seconds left. They have the ball. The pass comes into the backcourt. Bryce beats his man, gets the ball into the front court. 10 seconds on the clock. Left-hand dribble across the top. Right side to Dylan Moore. Inside the arc. They get it to Downen. In the paint. Shot is up. Good! 1 second left. What a job by Dylan Moore to get the ball to Eli Downen. The 8-foot jumper from Downen is good, and Carterville has a 2-point lead, 67-65.
The sophomore comes up big when they need it most. He hit the shot inside the paint, a little leaner. He got it to go, and Carterville's 1.3 seconds away from earning one heck of a win here in the
67-65, 1.3 seconds. Well done, Carterville Lions. Now you got to don't give up anything cheap here. You got to play defense, but don't foul.
Well, look for Eldorado to throw the ball near at least half court and then get the quick grab and quick toss. That's the thing you got to guard against. If it were me, I would put Downen on the guy taking the ball out of bounds, so it's tough for him to get the ball over him. We'll see how Carterville plays it.
Thank God they don't have NBA rules because the ball would be on the sideline at midcourt. Eldorado has the length of the floor to go with 1.3 seconds left in this game. Triggering the inbounds, it's going to be Aiden Whitlock, the 6'4", so you can bet Downen will be on Whitlock as they break the huddle. The 6'4" sophomore does. He's going to be on Whitlock.
And let's see if they let the another timeout call by Coach Hawkins.
He wanted to see what they were going to do lined up, and Eldorado came out and the other four lined up right across the mid-court line. As Coach Josh Bradley, or the assistant coach rather, for Eldorado talked to the official, wanting to know probably if the trigger man can run the baseline back and forth to get an open look on the inbound. So we'll see how they match up once again. We're tied at, Carterville has the one. Well, I'm so excited I can't talk now. 67-65, a 2-point lead. Let's see, 67 minus 65. Yeah, that's 2. 1.3 seconds left in this game.
What a win it would be for this Carterville team to pull within a game of reaching the 500 mark. This is a game, Dave, that I think it was the early fourth quarter. They trailed by 7.
Yes.
Able to find a way to fight back. It looked like they had given up a couple of opportunities to win this game in regulation, but 1.3 away from a very hard-fought win.
Once again, Eldorado's going to line up 4 across midcourt, and it will be Aiden Whitlock that'll trigger the inbounds. Carterville now drops down and back deep. He's the free safety for the Lions defensively. 1.3 seconds left. The inbounds pass comes to Bird. From midcourt, it's short. Carterville gets the win in overtime. 67-65. Coming up, we've got our IBEW Local 702 post-game show next on News Radio WJPF. Woo! We'll go 90. Two breaks, please. $90, $60, $60. All right. The Carterville Lions get the win in the first game at the Mid-Winter Classic in overtime over the Eldorado Eagles. Final score 67-65. What a ball game, Scott Hudson.
Well, if this is a precursor to what the boys' side of the Midwinter is going to be like, there's going to be a lot of good games. Carterville, who trailed one time, I believe, in the fourth quarter by 7, found the way to come back and win. This is what, of games that have been decided by 6, 7 points or less, Carterville's won 3 of the 4 or 4 of the 5. They find a way to win these close games. Man, I know Coach Hawkins is proud of his kids for the way they played tonight, especially in overtime. Overtime, they were 5 of 5 from the field, and you know what? They had to be, because Eldorado was 4 or 5 in that overtime. Down with the big shot in the paint with about 3 seconds ago. Carterville, for the game, 57% from the field, 51% for Eldorado. Carterville, this is a big one too here. Carterville only 12 turnovers in the game, 16 for Eldorado, and none bigger than when Eldorado lost the ball out of bounds trying to play for the last shot, and it set up the last basket by Downham to win the game. Eldorado out-rebounded Carterville 21-18. Carterville was led in rebounding by Anderson with 5, Moore with 5, Whitlock and Shoemaker both had 5 for Eldorado. What a game we just saw.
No bigger point than that last bucket by Eli Downen and a feed from Dylan Moore as he came in from the right wing, got in front of or inside the arc, found Downen in the paint. That little right-hand floater was the game winner. When you look at the scoring for Eldorado this evening, what a good ball game and a good ball team they are. 13-4 now. We're coming into the game 13-5 on the season. They were led in scoring by Joe Mayberry. He winds up with 18. Aiden Whitlock had 16. Bryant Bird had 14. Ladea Shoemaker had 8. Let's see here. Townsend Barton winds up with 4. And that's the scoring for Eldorado, 65 points in the game. Carterville led tonight. What fantastic work by Austin Garby in the paint. That was just huge. He winds up with 24 to lead the Lions. Eli Downing gets the game-winning shot. He has 19 points in the game. Bryce Anderson wound up with 9. Dylan Moore had 8. Carson Pearson had 2. Luke Stritzel had 2. Carterville, number 1, they scored 65 points in a ball game.
67.
Or 67, rather. And they get the 2-point win in the first game here at the Mid-Winter Classic. One other score right now, Heron leads Woodlawn 10-8. That's after the first quarter. Carterville's going to play on Wednesday night. Scott Hudson against the home team West Frankfort Redbirds at 8:30. Love the way the Lions played in this. They played hard. We've seen this over the course of about the last 5 or 6 games from the Lions. Their intensity's been great. They've lost twice to West Frankfort already. I like Carterville's opportunity against West Frankfort Wednesday night, plus the fact now they have Sunday off, Monday off, Tuesday off. They get a little rest coming into that game on Wednesday.
And Frankfort playing on their home floor, they'll be confident going into that game against Carterville because, as you said, they beat Carterville twice. but Carterville's playing pretty good basketball right now, much better than they were even when they played West Frankfort the last time at the Eldorado Holiday Tournament, where they gave West Frankfort all they wanted in the first half, and then Frankfort kind of pulled away there in the second half. But it won't be easy. But Carterville's kids are playing with a lot of confidence right now. They're finding ways to win these close games that are decided by 6 points or less, 7 points or less. They're just finding a way to get it done, and, boy, that does everything for a kid's mentality. They now know when they get in a game that's close down the stretch, they know they've been there, they've done that, they can find a way to win. It's almost like you go from the mentality of, well, we hope we win, to knowing we can win. And I think that's a big plus for this Carterville Lions team.
And that's something that you've brought up the last, well, since the Eldorado tournament, since that's really seems like when the Lions kind of turn things around. And that gutsy, never quit attitude really has come to the surface for the Lions, and that's what they needed. And, man, that's huge. They found a way to play good defense in overtime, and then to step in and just take that game-winning shot by Eli Downen to give Carterville the overtime winner 67-65.
What's really impressive, Dave, about this win also, Eldorado played a 2-3 zone the entire game. That is designed to force Carterville. Basically, they're saying, Carterville, you're going to have to beat us from the outside because we're not going to let you beat us on the inside. But look at what Downen did. Look at what Garby did with how many points they had. It didn't work. I mean, it worked for a while in the first half. But in the second half, Carterville started to get that ball into the paint a little bit more. Garby just dominated in the second half when he got the ball. Just a big win for this program.
18 second-half points for Austin Garby tonight.
And you're not supposed to be able to do that against a 2-3 zone.
Well, and you say give credit to those guys, but also let's give credit to the guard play, because what they did, they stepped inside the 2-3 zone on the wings, and they were able to get the ball down into the paint for the Carterville Lions and get the ball to Garby, get the ball to Downen, and just did a fantastic job of handling that 2-3 zone tonight. Coach Shane Hawkins joins us on our post-game show. Coach, we've been talking about it for the last handful of games. Your team is finding ways to win a game, and never more evident than it was tonight.
Yeah, I thought we had, and I knew we would probably not be real sharp tonight after last night. I thought we played really hard. I thought we played pretty well last night, and that wasn't good enough. And sometimes that's demoralizing to kind of play really, really hard and still get beat. So I was worried about our psyche a little bit coming in tonight, probably more so than anything else. And didn't get off to the best of starts. Kind of fought back. And I thought the three at the end of the half was that was deserving, because I thought that shot deserved to go in because we weren't good enough. We didn't play hard enough to make that shot not go in. And that's kind of what we talked about at halftime. And, we kept grinding. It was 37-30. We cut it to 37-34, and then they go back and score again. And again, you're down. You kind of fight back. They score again. It's easy to say, heck with this. We played pretty well last night. It's a Saturday night. Let's be done with this, and we'll come back next week. And I thought our guys really grinded. That's a grinded-out win, just like we had on Tuesday night. Like most of our wins are going to be. They're going to be grinders. And it doesn't matter if it's 67-65 or 27-25. It doesn't really matter if you can make enough plays, and I thought our guys made enough plays tonight.
Coach, another very good shooting night for your team. I've got you down for 57% from the field. You made all 5 field goals in overtime, but you had to because they made 4 of 5. You really shot the ball well tonight. And I was talking today before you walked up about this. You know, they played that 2-3 zone all night long, and that is designed to force you to beat them from the outside. Yet at the end of the game, you look at Downan's points, you look at Garby's points, you attacked that a lot better in the second half and got some easy buckets.
Yeah, I thought we had opportunities in the first half and probably maybe settled for some jumpers early. And then trying to figure out what they were kind of doing. They kind of started a little funky. They start kind of in tandem, and then they would extend a little bit. So it took us a little bit to kind of get used to their rotations and how they were matching up out of it. And you know, they get so wide in it. You can get it to the high post. You can get it right to the middle of the free throw line, but you have to have guys there flashing. And I thought we were a little slow in getting there. I know a couple times we stepped out. Our bigs stepped out, and we had nobody inside. A couple times we got it to the high post and then never faced up, and we had wide open 12-footers or dump downs for layups. But again, you keep grinding one play at a time, and you'll learn from one possession to the next. And give our guys a lot of credit because they kept grinding and grinding and grinding, and they got to stop at the end of regulation, and then they got to stop there at the end of overtime.
Austin Garby tonight, Coach, 24 points. 18 of those 24 came in the second half. He was just a powerhouse in the paint. And as important as that was, it was the guard play that got the ball into the paint to him, and that was nice to see.
Yeah, and the one thing we talked about is, they had an awful accident over there with their kids.
Yes.
And our thoughts and prayers are with those guys. But they were going to be forced to play guys tonight that normally don't play a lot in varsity games. They were going to be forced to kind of give stuff at the basket. They couldn't be really aggressive defensively at the basket. They couldn't go block shots. And one of those guys gets in foul trouble, and now you're sticking somebody, you're going a little bit deeper on their bench and playing guys who don't ever play in varsity games. So we've talked about this a lot with our guys is there's a zone. If anybody plays the zone, they are trying to eliminate the stuff inside. That doesn't mean you settle for jumpers. And I thought we had pretty good patience tonight. I don't know how many turnovers we had, but we didn't turn it over trying to get it in there. I thought we made the right passes, and Eli and Garb were able to attack and finish at the rim.
Yeah, Coach, only had you for 12 turnovers, so that's, really since the Eldorado Holiday Tournament, your turnovers, your average per game has gone down since before then. You shot the ball much better, starting with the Eldorado Holiday Tournament. And I think that the kids are finally in some of these close games, and you've won games. I think you're like 4-1 in games that are decided by 6 points or less. Your kids are finally getting rewarded for hard work. You may not be the most talented team on the floor every night, but if you outwork somebody, eventually good things will happen.
They keep grinding, man. They do. They keep grinding, and we'll make a mistake, and we'll make a mistake, and we learn from it, and we go on, and we keep playing. And one of the other things that we talk about is you can't go back and fix what happened on the last possession. It's over. They scored. You turned it over. You missed a layup. You have to go make the next play. Learn from whatever didn't go well, and then go make the next play, whether it's offensively or defensively, whether it's go get a loose ball, whether it's making a layup, go make the next play. And I thought our guys they're continuing to do that, and we're getting better at that part right now.
What I liked seeing, Coach, was there just a couple of minutes left in the third quarter. Your Lions are down 7. That you could kind of feel the momentum kind of switch a little bit, but they got a couple of stops, turnovers, guys hitting the floor. Those loose balls that we talked about last night against Pinckneyville, they got those tonight and got the calls and was able to rebound and get this overtime win.
Yeah, it's a good win for our guys. There's no question, and that's a good basketball team over there.
Yes, they are.
It's a very good basketball team, and I think 13 or 14 wins, and they're a good basketball team. So you come over here on a neutral court. They didn't play last night. We had a really tough game with Pinckneyville, and you come out of here and if you go back and look the last couple of years, we haven't fared real well in this tournament. Mm-hmm. So to get off the start with a good win, now you come back, you have a couple the good part about playing tonight, not Monday, is now we're spaced a little bit. We're used to playing Friday, Saturday. So we play our Friday, Saturday. Now we've got a couple days to kind of take our breath. We can work on us on Monday, prepare for a team that we've played 2 times. It's going to be the 3rd time we play Frankfort on Wednesday night. And I thought we made strides between games 1 and 2, and see if we can't go make strides between 2 and 3.
Coach, I want to go back to something you just said. You talked about your kids have learned to, if you make a mistake, forget about it and go forward. No more evident tonight than Austin Garby had one of the easiest shots he'll ever have. He missed the open layup. I think the game was tied. That would have given you a 2-point lead. But you know what he did after that? He hit 2 big free throws, hit a couple of nice buckets down low. They didn't affect him.
Yeah, he kept making plays, and you can't. It stinks when you miss a layup or you blow an assignment and you give up a basket. And everybody in the gym knows. Everybody knows in the gym that you missed a layup, and most people or a lot of people will know you blew an assignment. But to go back and put it behind you and go, that's the only thing you can do. It doesn't do you any good to pout about making a mistake. The only way to get that revenge is go make the next play. And we had a bunch of guys do that tonight.
67-65, the final score. Congratulations, Coach Shane Hawkins. You get the overtime win. And we will see you Wednesday night when you take on the host team, West Frankfort Redbirds.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Coach Shane Hawkins joining us on our postgame. We're going to go on and take a break. We'll be back here on News Radio WJPF. Thank you. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. What a good ball game you got to see. Sleet or snow? Call Joe. Who do you want to go with?
I think you need to go with Downen and Garby.
Co?
I just think that they.
I completely agree. There you go, YouTubers. You hear it first. Hey, by last night's game, I could not find on the network, so make sure you're really careful where you save this so I can get to it tonight or tomorrow. Okay, thank you. That's going to be the promo for the week at Game Winner. Kind of a no-brainer.
Yep.
Oh, that was fun. Love those kind of games.
Nerve-wracking, but
they're fun when you win them.
Oh, yeah.
They're not so fun when you lose them.
No, because they tend to linger a little more when you lose. Rams are beating the Cowboys 13-7. Still no word if the Andreas fault is opened up yet.
Wishful thinking. 67-65 in overtime. The Carterville Lions knock off a Eldorado team that came into tonight 13-4 on the season. Just a dandy ball game. We need to name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. Scott Hudson, I don't think for the Carterville Lions there's any question who we need to name for our Joe's Lawn Care stars. Hint of the game.
We're going to go with Austin Garby and Eli Downen. This game was played by Eldorado defensively to stop the inside game of Garby and Downen. But eventually in the second half, those two took over. Garby, who we talked about missed the easy bunny late in the game, late in the fourth quarter, came back, hit 2 big free throws, hit a couple of big shots, one from a great pass by Dylan Moore. So, and then, of course, Downen with the game winner with about 3 seconds left. So we're going to go with Garby and Downen. But I'll also mention that Anderson and Moore, 2 of the smallest guys on the floor, led the Lions in rebounding. This was a team win by the Lions.
Austin Garby, Eli Downen, our Joe's Lawn Care And snow removal stars of the game, rain or shine, sleet or snow, called Joe, owned by Joe and Lindsay McCann at Carterville. In Southern Illinois for over 20 years, specializing in commercial, residential lawn care, landscape maintenance, tree trimming, snow removal. They do equipment repair, bush hogging, property maintenance, spring and fall cleanups. They do it all. 618-534-8148. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe. Tonight's Joe's Lawn Care. We have stars of the game this evening. Austin Garby, Eli Downing. Congratulations to both those teams. Congratulations to Shane Hawkins, the coaching staff. That was a good ball game. Carterville now will play on Wednesday night when they take on the West Frankfort Redbirds at 8:30. We'll have pregame coverage starting at about 8:15 or so on NewsRadio WJPF, WJPF.com, and on our YouTube live stream. Wrap us up, Scott.
This Carterville team has come a long way since the Pyramid Plus tournament. They're playing better. They're playing an exciting brand of basketball. They're staying in games. They're finding ways to win close games, and that's a mark of a team that's improved. And they got a big task Wednesday night against the host school West Frankfort Redbirds, who have beat them twice. But I know Carterville is going to give it their best effort. A big win by Coach Hawkins and his squad tonight. Congratulations to them. Can't wait till Wednesday night.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Big win for the Lions in overtime, 67-65. For our producer, engineer back at the studio, Mr. Brian R. Powell, for my broadcast partner, Scott Hudson, I'm Dave McKenzie. We'll talk to you Wednesday night. Have a great week, and thank you for listening to Lions Basketball on News Radio WJPF.
All right, I looked in there. The file names are in there, but they're coming up as corrupted files, so it was some problem with saving.